So what we're going to talk about next on the softened water benefits is the dishwasher study, laundry study, more along the lines of detergent savings, okay? Because everybody wants to save money, right? Feeling, oh my gosh, going to the grocery store and feeling the pain when you get to the checkout. We want to save as much money as possible on our detergents, our soaps, hair products, and everything else. Next slide, please. Okay, so with the detergent, this comes right off of the WQRF.org website. Talks about stain removal performance. And it increases dramatically when hardness is removed, even when the dose and temperature are also lowered. So depending on the stain, hardness reduction was up to 100 times more effective at stain removal than increasing the temperature or increasing the detergent dose. So what does that mean? That means that when you are using, you can use less detergent, you don't have to raise the temperature, but it's taking the stains out a lot better. I don't think I have the slide in here, but there is an amazing page on there that talks about how much like chocolate ice cream, that was my favorite part, is like it takes out chocolate ice cream so much better if you have softened water. I myself have seen that where maybe I'm working outside, I wash my clothes, and I can tell a huge difference with the softened water as opposed to if I'm washing at a hotel or something like that. Now, the other part of this that I absolutely love is that not only are we saving on how much soap we're using, and like I said, the pain at the pain at the cash register, but we use 700 million plastic jugs of laundry detergent. Okay, they're thrown away each year in the United States. 700 million. Majority of these jugs are made from high density polyethylene. And the same material milk jugs are made from, and end up directly in the landfills. So think about this. It says right here, and we're going to talk about, Kayla's going to talk about the softened water calculator, but at the bottom here, it says that detergent can be reduced by 50% when washing in soft water, okay? So think about that. If we even just took that down to 350 million plastic jugs of laundry detergent, that's just going to make things so much better when we're looking at our landfills, recycling, and so on. So how do we use this in our sales presentation? So we're going to have our hardness tests in here. We're going to do our hardness test, and then we're going to do our soap demonstration. Okay. So our soap demonstration, I have these labeled. One is hard water, and I'm not sure if you can see that, and one is soft water. Again, I run this through the little mini softener. When I run it through the mini softener, I give them just a softening 101, just talking about how the resin beads, they have sodium ions on there, and then the calcium and iron come and kick off the sodium ions. And then it's going to, the sodium is what softens our water for us. If you look at a lot of detergents, one of the very first things that they have, the ingredients on there, is some sort of a sodium, whether it's sodium silica, sodium, there's all kinds of sodium in there. Again, that is our chemical water softener. So we can choose to chemically soften the water, or we can do it mechanically, which is our regular water softener. So when I do our soap demonstration, I start off with 3 drops. This is a soap that it has no chemical softeners in it. It doesn't have any perfumes or anything. It smells like something you'd get at a doctor's office. We need to make sure that we're using that soap, and the reason why is because, again, if you go and you use Dawn or something like that, it already has chemical softeners in there. So we want something with no chemical softeners. So I always start off with, I just say that each drop is equivalent to 5 cents or 10 cents. I usually do 10 cents just because it's a little bit easier to do the math. But so I'm going to use each drop as 10 cents. Some people use a penny, some use 5 cents. 10 cents is just easier for me. So we're going to start off with 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. All right. And I will usually go to the homeowner and I will ask them to shake these up. And that's the first thing that happens when when you have your laundry going, correct? All right. Can we see a difference? Whoop, whoop. This is our soft water. We have bubbles. Hard water, we don't have any bubbles. All right. So what happens? You're doing dishes or you're doing laundry, you don't see any bubbles. So what we do is we will add more soap. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to double it. So we're 40, 50, 60 cents worth of soap. Shake her up. And that actually, I'm not sure how well you guys can see that. They have like this little buildup on the side. That's what a lot of people see on their shower doors and stuff. That is called soap curd. And that's an actual term, soap curd. So it looks pretty gross, honestly. So I'm going to double it again. 70, 80, 90, $10, 20. Okay, so we're using 75% more soap already in this. And again, we don't have barely any suds and it looks pretty gross. So comparing that to this right here, huge difference. And I think people will appreciate it at that point that, soft water, your water is going to stay clean. With hard water, it doesn't look very clean. So, all right. So that's what I use when I'm in the home. That's how I use the softened water benefits, WQRF, talked about sporting demonstrations here, third-party publications, again, that's going to be our softened water benefits, and then dishwasher owner's manual. I'll also sometimes talk about, well, usually I do, the effects of hair and skin, Malibu treatments. That's something that we have to use, especially for if we have a lot of hair. Malibu treatments, this kind of gets built up on in your hair, and we have to strip that off in order to do if you have any chemical or anything, and it weighs down your hair too. This stuff starts to just weigh down your hair.